Already got my beads. Don't have to do nothing for them, you know what I mean? Hey Glam Fam, what's up? So today we are doing a 3-in-1 video, a Mardi Gras and the St. Patrick's Day look all in one using all brand new drugstore items. So if you'd like to see how I'm gonna go about doing this, then just keep on watching. Insert that intro right now. Let's do this.
I just wanna show you off, I don't wanna do you wrong. Mirror, mirror on the wall, who's the flies of them all?
We're gonna start out with something I've already used before, but I said in the title that it was all drugstore. I wanna make sure that the look is completely drugstore. Going in with the Maybelline Master Primer in the Blur and Illuminate, number 200. Just tap it into the skin so it'll definitely fill those pores. I'm gonna go in with this new L'Oreal Infallible 24-hour fresh wear foundation. I am in the shade 480. It has a pump. I heard in another video that this actually works better with a beauty blender. It looks like it's a buildable foundation. I'm thinking medium coverage, definitely, if not full. The shade match looks good. Let's see. I love the way it feels on my skin. It doesn't feel like I have anything on my skin. It has a beautiful finish. It's not settling into any of my lines. Yeah, this feels like I'm not even wearing anything. I will definitely keep you up in the description box below on how this actually looks later. Just see that little like dusting that's there? We're just gonna take that off the lid and we're just gonna kind of like set our foundation. But I heard this is transfer proof, so you know. I also did get my hands on the Wet n Wild Photo Focus foundation stick. So I'm going to be doing another video on this too, just on this alone. You know what you should do? You should subscribe and then you'll know when I upload another video. This is my absolute all-time favorite ever brow pencil. So it's called the e.l.f. Brow Pencil in Deep Brown. This is what it looks like. But I picked it up at the drugstore just because I never want to run out because I rave about this brow product so much. I'm gonna go obviously use one of the ones I already have. It's easy, it stays on all day. Best drugstore brow product, hands down. I'm gonna do my brows off camera and I will be right back. Okay, so my brows are all done. Okay, so for concealer today, we are going in with the Wet n Wild concealer in the color light medium beige. I am going to prime my eyes with this, bring it down the bridge of my nose, do my under eyes. I'm gonna go down the sides of my nose because it helps me when I contour my nose. We're going to blend this concealer out. My little tiny Real Techniques sponge. I always do my eyelids first and then my under eyes last because I don't want creasing. Let's go down the nose just a little bit because I do want to still keep that line there. That's the whole point of highlighting the nose. And what I like to do when I'm done pouncing with the little beauty sponges, I like to take my fingers and definitely get into these creases here where it's hard to get into. We are going to go into our e.l.f. translucent powder again, and we are going to bake. And I'm going to go under my eyes first to bake. Putting it on the sponge. This is my favorite beauty sponge ever created. We are going to lightly dust our eyes with the excess. That's going to make our shadow that we're gonna apply stay on better, especially if you're using drugstore shadow. And then I always go underneath of my contour line, just because it'll make the contour stand out more when we add contour. And this powder is so light and airy, it doesn't matter how much you add. And I have dry skin and mature skin and textured skin and all that. To bake during the entire eyeshadow applying process, because then you can dust off any fallout in case the drugstore palette has fallout. Eyes today, we are going to be using this beautiful new Rimmel London Magnificent Thunderstorm Edition eye. This is how it looks. It comes with a brush. My mom sent this to me. Thank you so much, Mom. I love you. And we have some greens in there. And this is what we're gonna work with for our look. Just any tapered blending brush. And we are going to be going into this taupey shade right here. And this is a first impression because I have never used this palette. And we're going to go right above our crease. This is going to be our transition shade. Remember, it's just back and forth windshield wiper motions. Then you just buff it out towards the end. Take my Morphe M433, which is my absolute favorite crease brush in the entire planet. This purple shade right here. And I'm going to just tap it, my outer V, and bring it in to the crease. But these eyeshadow palettes are bomb. We're going to just buff that shade out so that it doesn't have any lines. When you're blending, try to hold the bottom of the brush so that it blends more softly. You want to have that airbrushed effect. Luxie double-sided brush. I'm going to use this dense packing side. I am going to go first into this matte green right here. And I'm going to just put it right next to where I laid that purple, but not all the way out in the V. And I'm going to bring it into my crease and towards the middle of my lid. Not bad for a drugstore matte. Blending side of this brush, and I'm going to blend that out so that there's no lines. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go into the purple and a little bit of that black. I'm going to go and deepen up that outer V. Okay, so now we're going to go in with the actual lid color. My absolute favorite lid brush, which is the Morphe G14. I'm going to go into that sparkly green, and I'm definitely going to spray my brush. And then I'm going to place it right there. Oh, this is a beautiful green. People think that shadows that need to be sprayed aren't good shadows. That's not true. All shimmer shadows perform better high-end or drugstore with a little bit of spray. Now, to make sure we don't have any lines where we laid our shimmer, we are going to blend around where we laid that green. I am also going to be doing a full review solely on this palette with swatches and everything like that. So don't worry, this is just the makeup look for today. My favorite brush for inner corner and lower lash line, and that's the Morphe E36. That's why I have to have two of them. One I always use for my brow bone and inner corner. The other one I use for my lower lash line. Right here, and maybe the camera's not picking it up, but it's like a shimmery champagne color with a tint of green. Like, how perfect is that? And we're going to throw that, oh, that's beautiful. And we're going to throw that right in the inner corner, in the very inner tear duct. My God, living for that. And then we are also going to throw it on our brow bone as well. Now can you see it has like a green duochrome shift to it. It is beautiful. This palette for the lower lash line, and I'm very excited to announce that I have for our contour today the Wet n Wild Photo Focus Foundation Stick, but in a deeper shade, 869A, and it's Chestnut Marron. But right now, we are going to wipe off our bake and try out this photo finish as a contour. This is my Morphe M438. That's because I can get really in there and get all that powder off the sides of my nose. Take all that powder off with my favorite Morphe brush. Like this, a little bit on the warm side for me, but this was the only shade that I could even use as a contour. Line. So to buff that in, I am going to go in with my Real Techniques brush. This is a good brush for cream products. That's why I chose it. This is the Expert Face Brush. This is what I'm going to use to buff it out. And I'm always going to buff it out going up. So this is what it looks like. A little bit on the orange side for my liking when it comes to contour, but the finish is nice. So if we're just basing it on the foundation itself, it didn't push around my L'Oreal Infallible Fresh Wear that I have on underneath. But we are going to go ahead and bronze. Now, for deeper skin tones, this would be a great highlighter, but for me, it's definitely going to be a bronzer. This is the brand new Wet n Wild 336A in Awesome Blossom. It's a little bit too dark for me to use as a highlighter. I'm going to swatch it for you guys right here. You see, so I'm just going to use this to set my cream foundation contour. Blush, I'm going into this Maxi blush by Rimmel, brand new powder blush. This is in the shade 005 Rendezvous. It's a Morphe M427, which is my favorite blush brush. I'm just going to tap into the blush, and I'm going to apply it right above where I laid my contour. As far as this blush goes, this is great. I love this blush. So this is a great product. I'll swatch it for you on my hands so you guys can see what it looks like. The true color. It's very beautiful, very soft, buttery, blendable. Wonderful product. I love this. Angled brush, and I'm just going to work my way to the side Go over this nose contour. I'm going to go in with the Rimmel Natural Bronzer. This is in the shade Sundance, which is 027. I'm just going to take my nose contour brush and just go right over it. We are going to highlight the nose. Two new drugstore highlighters today. I am deciding which one I want to use on the nose. I have the new Wet n Wild loose highlighter in the color I'm So Lit. I've been dying to try this. For my nose, I'm definitely going to use this I'm So Lit because the one I have for my face is also brand new from Wet n Wild, and it is called Blossom Glow, and it has like a purpley pinkish hue, and that's gonna go more with our Mardi Gras look. So let me just open it up because this is the first impression for me as well. I have never used this before. Oh, it has a sifter. I need a drop. That wasn't a drop. And I'm gonna take my E36, my other clean E36, dip it into the lid of the powder, and we are gonna put it down the bridge of our nose. Hello, I'm so lit. You are litty. That's beautiful. Oh, I love this color. Let me swatch it on my arm so you guys can see it, since I'm not going to be using it on my cheeks. It looks just like this. Look at the sparkle in that. Now it's picking it up. Look at that. That is gorgeous. So what Jam Sesh is, we spray our face, we wait for it to dry, I play some music in the background, and we just dance a little bit for like a total of 2 seconds tops. And then we apply our highlighter. Let's spray our face. I am using this drugstore Mario Bedesco skincare. By the way, Sephora is selling it now. This is only $12, actually. Jam Sesh time, y'all. Let's get it. All right, cut. So we are going to, like I said before, go into this brand new Wet n Wild. Hasn't even been opened yet. This is what the shade looks like. I'm going to swatch it for you guys on my hand. It's very, very pretty. It's got a duochrome, pinkish, purple Morphe 510 brush. Put it in there, tap off the excess, and that is beautiful. Sometimes you think you've seen one highlighter, you've seen them all, but this is really different. Do you guys see this? I love when the cheeks like that. Number 319B Blossom Glow. Little brush. It looks just like this. That's what the tip looks like, and we're going to work on our lower lash line, going back in with that Thunderstorm palette by Rimmel with that purple, and we are going to take it underneath our lower lash line and bring it into the corner. The black just in the center to kind of open up our eyes. Right here is where I like to kick that black. It's just going to give us a bigger eye effect. Green. And we're going to go on top of all of this with that. And that's going to be our buff out color. Oh, this is beautiful because this is stunning. Very, very, very inner corner of the lower lash line. I'm going to go in, and of course, you guessed it, with that beautiful duochrome gold. And I'm going to take it right here. Let's do mascara first. We are going into this, never been opened, Maybelline New York 300 Pitch Black Snapscara. It's supposed to be smooth, clump-free, and give you volume. My daughter recommended this to me, and her lashes always look bomb. This is what the wand looks like, and we're just going to start applying. Now I'm going to go into the lower lash line. This mascara is phenomenal. I'm going to use black lipstick, y'all, and the reason why is because I wanted to try out these brand new Rimmel Stay Matte Liquid Lip Color. These are supposedly matte, long-lasting. It's in the color Pitch Black. I'm going to go put some hair on. I will be right back. We are going to do the final step of the lips. I didn't get this from the drugstore, but there is a place called glitterinjections.com where I ordered a mermaid highlight, and they sent me this little sample of their glitter. We are going to take a little bit of this e.l.f. glitter glue so that our glitter won't fall all over the place. And we're just going to tap it on with our fingers. Look, there's like no transfer from the lipstick. This is a great matte lipstick. A brush. Just sprinkle a little bit of glitter. Your brush, and you're just going to, because this is a Mardi Gras / St. Patrick's Day look, I wanted to add this glitter. So I will see you in my next video. I love you so, 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 so much. Peace.